Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Andy Cohen dodges question about disinviting Kenya Moore from RHOA reunion. The Real Housewives of Atlanta fans demand answers about Kenya Moore's departure from the show. However, Bravo head honcho Andy Cohen has dodged those questions left and right. Paparazzi recently caught up with Andy on the streets, and he refused to give a straight answer about Kenya's latest claims. The 54-year-old said she was scheduled to attend the RHOA reunion, but was disinvited a few months later. Kenya has pretty much been erased from the season without any confessionals or an outlet to speak on the drama involving her and Britt Eadie. So she dropped a YouTube video titled The Confessional They Tried to Silence. In the 30-minute video, the RHOA star told her side of the story and slammed the network for how she's been treated. Andy has been dragged left and right by angry RHOA fans who feel Kenya has been unfairly treated in the situation with Britt. Kenya was promptly let go after the incident played out, at least for the rest of the season. However, Bravo has no plans to let her speak because Kenya won't even get a chance to show her face at the reunion. The Instagram account Alabouthitia posted a clip of Andy being questioned on the street about what's been happening with Kenya. Kenya says she was invited and then uninvited to the reunion, the woman asked. "I haven't watched her post yet," responded Andy, referring to Kenya's YouTube video. "But is that true?" the woman pressed as he walked to his waiting vehicle. "We'll talk about it," retorted Andy. He was also asked if Kenya would return to the show, and he sideswiped that question. "I love her," exclaimed the dad of two. "Listen, there is so much more of this season left, and it is so good." He noted that Phaedra Parks will appear in the next few weeks, and fans are gonna love it. "Right now, I'm kind of focusing on the rest of the season," he added. The setup for Kenya's YouTube video showed the RHOA star answering questions from fans about her RHOA exit. One question was about the season 16 reunion. "Will I attend the reunion? I haven't been invited to the reunion," said Kenya. "In fact, I was invited and then disinvited a few months ago." "The disrespect is insane," she continued, adding that she has been shut out and not given an opportunity to apologize for her actions. To be erased from the history of the show, to not be in the opening credits, to not have confessionals. "Really, that's how I'm treated?" exclaimed Kenya. "That's pretty bad." It was the kind of moment that sends Bravo fans into a frenzy, a live interview, a perfectly timed question, and then, the pause. You know the one. That ever so slight hesitation that says more than a whole hour of Watch What Happens Live could ever hope to. Andy Cohen, king of reunions and maestro of Housewives mayhem, found himself at the center of the drama. But this time, he was the one in the hot seat. The question came like a well-aimed wig snatch during a particularly messy reunion episode. "So Andy, can you confirm whether you disinvited Kenya Moore from the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion?" The interviewer's tone was casual, but the subtext crackled like static between frenemies in full glam. For a split second, Cohen's famously unflappable smile faltered. A flicker of discomfort danced behind his eyes. And then, with the poise of a man who has survived more wine throwing than a Napa Valley barrel, Andy dodged like a seasoned dodgeball champ. "Well, you know, we're always evolving the format," he said with a grin that could sell 1 million copies of a Housewives memoir. "The reunions are about bringing the right energy, and we're looking at new ways to explore that. I love Kenya, I think she's fabulous, and I think the fans are going to be really intrigued by what we're doing this season." Translation? No confirmation, no denial. Just enough Bravo buzzwords to keep the rumor mill grinding like a real housewife grinding on a club promoter half her age. The internet, of course, exploded. Fans took to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok faster than Lisa Rinna can say, "Own it." Speculation ran rampant. Did Kenya get the boot from the reunion couch? Was it temporary? Strategic? Personal? Or was this just another case of Bravo playing 4D chess while the rest of us were still flipping Monopoly boards? Let's rewind for context. Kenya Moore, beauty queen, shade queen, and arguably the most polarizing peach in Atlanta, has never exactly been one to play it safe. From her explosive feuds with castmates to her viral one-liners, "Don't come for me unless I send for you" deserves a place in the Smithsonian. Kenya has always brought drama, flair, and an uncanny ability to stir the pot, while still managing to rumors swirled of behind-the-scenes tensions, unapproved social media posts, and at least one incident that reportedly had Bravo execs reconsidering her place at the reunion table. Some sources whispered of NDAs being violated. Others hinted at production walk-offs. And in the middle of it all, Andy Cohen, holding the reunion cards close to his velvet blazer. Fans aren't just curious, they're invested. Kenya has always been one of those housewives who polarizes in the best way. You either love her, hate her, or flip-flop based on what side of the couch she's sitting on. But one thing is certain, if she was disinvited, the fans deserve more than a producer-approved word salad about energy. Back to Andy's dodge. It wasn't just what he said. It was how he said it. The sparkle in his eye that screamed, "I know something you don't know." The way he pivoted the topic faster than Dorrit changes accents. The way he invoked the sacred phrase. I think the fans are going to be really intrigued. It's Bravo's equivalent of no comment. And in the world of housewives, no comment is never a dead end. It's a breadcrumb, a tease, a promise. And let's be real. Andy Cohen has built a career on knowing exactly how to walk that line. He's part ringmaster, part confident, part therapist with a martini. When he dodges a question, it's not because he doesn't know. It's because he knows too much. And if you listen closely, his silence usually speaks louder than his words. Of course, Kenya herself hasn't exactly cleared things up. She's been cryptic on social media, posting moody black and white photos, tweeting about betrayal, and sharing suspiciously timed affirmations about knowing your worth. Classic Kenya, classic chaos. Meanwhile, her castmates have been tight-lipped, with only a few side-eyes and shady subtweets to offer any clue. Candace Burris posted a meme about keeping your circle tight. Sherry simply posted a peach emoji and let the speculation fly. And Drew Sidora? She posted a prayer hands emoji, which either means she's staying out of it or praying for Andy's mentions. As for Andy, he's moving on like a man who's got 4 reunions, a book tour, and a dog named Waka to worry about. But the question still lingers in the air like Nene Leakes' legendary, "I said what I said." Why the dodge? Maybe Kenya's situation is still evolving. Maybe Bravo wants to unveil a new reunion format without giving away the goods too early. Or maybe, just maybe, this is all part of a bigger storyline. After all, what's more housewives than turning a disinvitation into a full-blown plot twist? One thing's for sure, this isn't over. Not by a long shot. Whether she's on the couch, FaceTiming from a remote location, or sending a pre-recorded message a la Adrienne Maloof, Kenya Moore will find a way to be part of the narrative. Because love her or loathe her, she is the moment. And as for Andy Cohen, he'll keep dodging, smirking, and stirring the pot, all while reminding us why we keep watching, week after week. Because in the world of Bravo, silence isn't empty. It's just the prelude to another epic read, another iconic clapback, and another season of chaos. So buckle up, Bravo fans. The reunion may not have Kenya, or maybe it does, but it definitely has drama. And that, as always, is the real peach tea. Want a follow-up as if Kenya responds? Or a more serious take?